Oh, you want to use my data? I want to give you my data. Now why should I be next to me? You started the game. I say oh. Yes, I already.
Very good evening, Facebook. Now, welcome to the Break and Finish Facebook and YouTube live streaming platforms. Today is Wednesday. They should be the 19th of March 2025. We are at Irish Bar in Entebbe in the East African country of Uganda, where we have for the last 2 days, including today, been having a 64-man competition that is having cash prizes for the top 8 here at the venue. We are having 2 semifinals that are being streamed at the same time with the same exact commentary. Break and Finish Live Facebook has Ian Kazibwe up against Ibrahim Sejjemba. In that one, Ian is leading by 2 frames to nil, while Break and Finish Live YouTube has Caesar Chandiga against Kenneth Odong, and in that one, Caesar Chandiga is leading by 1 frame to nil. Both races are 7, and the prize for the victory is to face up against the winner of the other semi-final for each of these players. And yes, the prize for defeat is a consolation 3rd place match against a fellow loser on either of the tables. Once again, Caesar is leading by 1 frame to nil, while Ian is leading by 2 frames to nil. And if the matches are to go by the way of whoever will be leading, then we shall be having a final between Ian and Caesar, then a 3rd place match between Odong and Ibra. The Facebook stream is diagonal, the YouTube stream is horizontal. To present you this action, my name is Peter Chobe. Ian versus Ibra, Caesar versus Odong. Live commentary coming shortly. Salutation to you watching the Facebook stream from Dar es Salaam. Welcome and thank you for watching, and always keeping in touch when African pool is being played, watching as much as you are watched. Once again, in a special way, welcome to the stream, Mr. Kelvin Fikoti. He's watching the game between Ibra and Ian, and I know that Kelvin, you are supporting Ian. In that match, probably Kelvin is very happy that Ian is leading and maybe stands a chance to take down Ibra. It wouldn't be the very first time, by the way, for a semi-final like this. At around the same time last year, the tournament that was organized at Tickles and Giggles, also having 64 players in participation, also a semi-final, also a race to 7. They faced off these guys, and then I remember Ibra leading by 5 frames to 0 in a race to 7, but believe you me, Ibra lost the match by 7 frames to 6. Sorry, Ian won the match by 7 frames to 6. I want to beg your pardon. But in terms of head-to-head performance against each of the players, it seems Ibra is leading by 4 to 2. We have had a very sharp cut off, a yellow by Kenneth Odong, the guy with the determination to take down a friend, pretty much a brother. On the table, it won't matter. It is Odong 1 and Caesar 1. On the Facebook stream, Ian leads by 2 frames to 1 after Ibra pulling 1 back. On the YouTube stream, it is still 1-all between Caesar and Odong. In the meantime, you are watching, for those of you who are on the YouTube stream, you are watching 2 players, one of whom is a source of inspiration to another. They are very, very, very close in real life, but on the table, there is no closeness whatsoever. I have been very observant the few times that I've been streaming matches against them. Probably this one is the 5th match I am streaming between between Caesar and Odong, and Caesar is having 3 matches so far, victory for him against Odong, while Odong has that 1 victory. It was in the round of last 16 of a double F tournament that was organized at Amigos in Kampala just around 1.5 years ago, in 2023 tournament that was won by, am I forgetting? It was won by Mansour, but it was Odong who beat Caesar in finals in the round of last 16. The other times that they've been facing off have been all Caesar. The ATA 32-man comp that happened at Amigos in Chibuye. Then the Amigos, it was also another comp that was organized at Amigos, also in Kampala, also won by Caesar. I think it was in the semifinals where he took down Odong. Yeah, those are the 2 that come off my mind at the first time of asking. But it's 3 victories that Caesar has gotten over Odong. And of the 2 players, Odong was the first to become renowned, hailing from the district of Gulu in northern Uganda, which he calls home. That town of very happy people, always happy, always having calm, always loving. I have to confess that I like mixing with them because they are such a vibe. and many of them in the pool fraternity are now almost brothers with myself. So in 2017, Odong qualified for the National Open Grand Finale at the age of 17. And then he played, surprising everybody, including himself, up to the semi-finals of the tournament that was then won by Fahad Sewankambo. But since then, he started being fetched by the Gulu Pool fraternity to the city of Kampala to participate in the tournaments of the Pool Association of Uganda, and very soon replaced the likes of Emma Ochiti and then other players as the best player from the northern region. Other players, there's also Okello Jimmy amongst others. Odong became the most renowned. And then the following year, a certain Caesar Chandiga qualifies from the neighboring district of Lira again to the National Open Grand Finale. He got to be beaten by a guy called Zero in the round of last 64, a match that I remember watching and looking at this kid who was having this budding talent, but it was still a very raw talent. All he could do was put balls around the table. But of course, a talent is a talent, Caesar. Just like Odong started to be fetched by the Gulu fraternity, having moved from Lira to Gulu to participate in tournaments of the Pool Association of Uganda. Now, in the following year, he played in the Easter Cup of the Pool Association of Uganda in Kampala, and then reached the semi-finals. Now, that is the time that he came up as a renowned player himself. I remember him losing to a then more senior Simon Nobola, the computer. And since then, he was also a regular feature in tournaments in Kampala. He was signed by a team in the National Pool League of the Pool Association of Uganda. It was called CKI Pool Club. And yes, since then, he became a resident in Kampala for one season. He also played with the Ron's Pool Club, winning the club's knockout championship in 2019. And when he became fully settled in Kampala, he then moved to Zambia, playing in a semi-professional arrangement for the very first time for a Ugandan. He became so dominant in Zambia, extending that dominance back to Kampala when he came back, and since then that dominance has never come to an end for now 4 years in a row. And to cut a long story short, Kenneth Odong also did emulate Caesar in 2024 early in there, moving from Gulu to become citizen in Kampala. He has won 2 weekly comps Odong ever since that time, but he has won one relatively major comp. That was the Ankole Pool Association Grand Open Championship. It is the last tournament he has played to present date before this one. So if he can find a way of beating Caesar and then winning this match, Odong will be winning a second relatively big comp in a row. Now, the second match that is on the Facebook stream does have a relatively slow-paced match. Not slow-paced match, a slow-paced frame number 4 between Ibra and Ian. It is still a 2-1 lead for Ian, and we are seeing Ibra trying to play a mass shot, trying to curve white ball around the number of yellows to find the red. Something that if he had gotten right would be the best shot of the competition so far. Of course, he has gotten to foul and has given chance for Ian, maybe if he can play well, to increase his lead from 2-1 to 3-1. There has been an increase in the lead on the YouTube stream by Caesar, who has won frame number 3 against Kenneth Odong. So the two matches are relatively moving at the same speed because both of them are on frame number 4, and both of them are having one of the players lead by 2 frames to 1. And for the regular viewer, I know that what will be beautiful about watching one match and having commentary on both is that while you watch one of them, you get to know exactly what is happening on the second table. The extra advantage that those that are watching the YouTube stream are having is that you can also see the peripheral view of the match that you are not watching direct. The match between Ibra and Ian is also viewable if you are watching on YouTube. And after these live streams which are happening at the same time, then we shall be having a final, which shall be a race to 9. It will be played in between two players on either of the tables. I can't guess who it will be for now, but what I can know right is that Ibra has equalized against Ian on the Facebook stream, while the YouTube stream is having an attempt by Caesar to increase his lead, and yet he gets himself partially snookered. The ball is intending to play the one that is at the top right end of the table. He is snookered, I think, wholly. He only has peripheral view of the two yellows which are on the left side of the table. By the way, one of the people that are watching this match at the venue, who is normally watching online, is Madame Jovia Flower. She has watched the tournament at the venue for the 2 days. It's some kind of endurance, watching from round 1 up to the round of last 16 yesterday, and today from the round of last 16, and she'll be here up to the final. And she's resident in Kampala, so it is some kind of passion and commitment as a fan. By the way, she also plays pool in the Ugandan Pool League ladies category. I don't know what Caesar is trying to contemplate here. Maybe curve a little bit the white ball around the red and black to find the yellow. If he gets to pot, it will be something. I don't know whether he would have intended that one had he gotten it right, but it was really something. That was something. And those of you who are watching on YouTube, you can play that shot back again. It was really something. I also implore you, those who are watching the Facebook stream, because it is time out between Ibra and Ian. Caesar had just pulled off something. The shot got wrong by just 1 millimeter. It would really have been something had he gotten it right. Nonetheless, Kenneth Odong will be attempting to use that miss by Caesar to try and steal the frame away from him, to try and equalize, to try and make it realistic that he will deny Caesar another semi-final, another place in the final. Let me watch it again. Thank you for watching. Eliasel Silas from Namibia. You are rooting for Caesar. Chitwe Maybin, you are watching from Lusaka in Zambia. You seem to be rooting for Caesar. The guy that you are rooting for almost produced another magical shot, but maybe this time I will fault him. Maybe it would be just a little bit safer had he made the direct cut of the black than trying to play it against the red. Every time you play balls off other balls, you reduce the chance of potting. And when you don't pot, when you're playing against a player of a Dong's level, probably you lose the frame. When you lose the frame, he equalizes, and then he's back in the match. But also back in the match is Ibra, whose timeout is... I'm saying Ibra and Ian are in timing. Once again, that one is even closer, the Facebook stream, because they are drawing 2-all, also racing to 7. And I know that most of the neutral fans will probably be wanting action between Ibra and Caesar in the final. Who knows? I do remember a time, I think in 2022, earlier in there, no, 2023, just 2 years ago, when the fraternity was yearning for a long race between Ibra and Caesar. And at the time, there was no doubt they were the best 2 players in the country in whichever order. Then they were trying to avoid each other. And then what the organizers did, with myself as part of the thing, was to ensure it was hoping for a chance when they meet in the final, and then elongate the race in the final, and then have a long race between the 2 players. I remember it was the Mitiana Open Championship, and they raced to 15, a match that was won by Ibra by 15 frames to 13. On the YouTube stream, Kenneth Odong equalizes against Caesar, 2-2. Also 2-2 on the Facebook stream, where Ibra is trying to perhaps lead in the match for the very first time. Deco Construction, you are asking my contact. It is public information. The contact is pinned on the Facebook page, Break and Finish Live. Raintech Engineering, thank you for watching. You say that Caesar is very creative. Of course, you cannot play to this level without a touch of creativity. Lordson Mosementa, good evening to you. Frisco Oshborn, also thank you for watching, and you are concentrating on the stream that is on YouTube. But also, a good number of you are watching the Facebook stream for the right reasons. Both of the matches are now equally close because they are both going by 2 frames apiece. Conwell Muchavura Famba, Barak Scott Chintu, thank you for watching. Msolisi Ndwando, you want the YouTube link? Okay, simply the YouTube channel which is streaming the second semi-final is the same name on YouTube as Facebook. Simple. So you just type Break and Finish Live on YouTube, and then it brings you the channel, and the first video that is pinned up is the one that is live. As simple as that. Evidence Katia, good evening to you, and thank you for watching. Smith Messager, good evening to you, and thank you for always showing up. You are supporting Team Money-Made. Evidence Katia, thank you for watching. By the way, just in case some of you are new, Money-Made is Ibrahim Sejjemba. He did get that name as his first nickname when he was pretty much a young boy, a very young man. Even now he's a young man. But I think 6 years ago he expressed his childhood love and admiration for the American retired professional boxer Floyd Mayweather, who had his management team. I think it still is his management team, though he's retired as a boxer. It's called the Money-Made team. So Ibra also got himself the name Mayweather, and his management team got themselves the name the Money-Made team. And since then he has been called either Money-Made or Mayweather. But of late, his most fond nickname is the nickname that is the Killer, a name that Ibra gave to himself after winning the first edition of the Grand Michan Open Championship in 2023 in Nairobi, when he won and was given the microphone to speak to the fans, and then shouted, "Who is the Killer now?" Then the fans responded, "Ibra." Since then, Ibra has been nicknamed the Killer. By the way, Ian Kazibwe, who is drawing with Ibra, is under no signed management at the time. Ibra is managed by Roxbury Bar and Restaurant, as well as Pool Club in Chiwanga Trading Center in Uganda, district of Mukono, while Kenneth Odong is under the management of his pool club, that is Upper Volta Pool Club. Caesar is under the solid management of the Advanced Talent Agency, the ATA. And of the 4 players that are on the 2 tables now, 2 of them will be representing at the Queen's Sports Club Double Life Championship that will be happening from the 11th up to the 14th of April this year at Queen's Sports Club in Bulawayo, that Western City in Zimbabwe. That will be the focus of African and to an extent in the international pool come 7th, 8th, 9th of April, because the best players from the best African playing nations, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Namibia, Malawi, Botswana, Eswatini, Uganda, Tanzania, amongst others. We are still waiting for confirmation from Kenya, and then maybe one more country. Then we shall know that the major black ball playing countries are fully represented. Caesar will be defending champion in the men's category, while Juliet Nyeka will be defending champion in the ladies category. But this time, while she had competition last year only from Eswatini and I think Botswana as well as Zimbabwe, she's Zambian Julie. This time she will be having all those countries also competing, but she will be having maybe unwelcome competition from both South Africa and Uganda. On the YouTube stream, Kenneth Odong leads for the very first time in the match. It is at 3 frames to 2. Maybe Odong will be making the second final in a row. And if that happens, it will be the best spell of form I think he will have enjoyed in his entire career. He has won, in my opinion, how many big comps, the major ones? 1, I think maybe 4. There was a tournament of the same magnitude that was organized at Diana Gardens in Gulu in 2022, early in the year, around the Easter season. He did win that comp. 64 players, including the best that they were in the country. He was having very good form, and then in 2 weeks later, he won his first tournament of the Polo Association of Uganda. It was called the Grand Open Championship. And of course, remember that 3 weeks ago, he won the Ankole Polo Association Grand Opening Championship, where he beat Ibrahim Sejjemba in the final. By the way, there is a chance they could face again in another final. And then the biggest event that he has won in his career, Kenneth Odong, was in 2023 at the age of 22, when he was still eligible to play in the under 23 category. He won the Holy Cup Championships under 23 category in South Africa. And yes, that tournament had under 23 players from about 7, 8 countries, that's including South Africa and Uganda, then Zimbabwe, then the United States, then Australia, and then Ireland. Yes, as big as that. And he won that event. I remember him winning a decider in the final against a shooter whose name I'm forgetting. He is from South Africa. But here, he is having the little problem of one of his best friends in life, one of the guys that is his rival, but also one of the guys that inspires him, and he has to take him down for a chance to reach the final. But Caesar will probably be equalizing here when he puts red to the center pocket on the right. I'm not so certain he will be having white for the black. I think he's making it look easy. Actually, there is passage of the white ball in the same place he would have wanted, even if he would have spotted it by hand. On the YouTube stream, it is Caesar 3 and Kenneth Odong 3. On Facebook stream, there is an attempt by Ian Kazibwe to finish frame number 5, also to lead by 3 frames to 2, to lead by 3 frames to 2 for the first time in the match. A good friend of mine, also a very important person in the sport. He normally likes to give an insight about the game and everything. Please take it away in these minutes. I was Mr. Miti.
Good evening, Mr. Chobe. It's a pleasure joining your viewers. The game in play is between Caesar and the Dong, and both are good players. But and both games, what I may tell you is with the Caesar, I could start with the one of Ian and Ibra. The Ian Ibra game is a bit tricky, but listen, if Ian being a player that is new on the scene, has no fear for Ibra. And in previous tournaments, I think about 2 or 3, Ian has been the main person removing Ibra. So, as for the game, and they play for the same team, so he has no respect or no fear. So, it's whoever plays best today, good poll, will be the winner. As the scores are 2-3 in favor of Ian, and the one here, as you see, Caesar is going for a clearance because These are people that come from the same area. Actually, they have been sparring partners in the game. So whoever plays well here, Odong knows all the hides and sets of Caesar. But according to what I'm seeing, is there's a chance. Oh no! So now the game goes back to Odong, who is capable and in any way can finish this game. Just eyes on the table because as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Odong is going for a finish for this game because anytime he gives back a chance to Caesar, Caesar will finish it. And will give him an up here. It will be an uphill for Odong to climb. Odong for a light tap so that he finishes up the game because what happens with this gentleman is if they can finish a break and finish with opponent's balls, so you imagine if a few balls that are left, so that makes it even easier for them. So it starts becoming a game of cat and mouse. Don't go for a simple tap and pot. Ibra has a tricky game as well on the other side. Goes for a double. As you can see now, Dong going for a clearance to drive the white back to cushion here. Single touch, which he gains. The other side, Ibra gives a chance to Ian to see if he can clear. This is done and dusted by Dong, which makes it 4 down, 3 Caesar. On the other table, we're looking for a clearance again for Ian Kazibwe, who goes for the attack. Kazibwe goes for the attack and see if we can finish up that game. And this is the talent we have in Uganda. No fear, no favor. Galala wasala. You sleep, you miss. So ladies and gentlemen, all on center table. These boys are very tricky. When you think you have it all, they say no. They never say die. I think Ian is going for safety to try and cover the angle. He's trying to cover the angle. The only angle that would have been left for Ibra to tap the red ball in the corner pocket. Waiting to have the 2 shots. If given the 2 shots, clear the table. Oh no. The break here with the Dong is not working on his favor. So I'm looking at Caesar looking for clearance now. On the other table, Ibra is trying to go and yes, he manipulates, but oh no. He gives him the 2 shots that he really deserves to finish. So Ian looking to finishing this game. Yes, Caesar goes for simple tap to make sure that all balls are in space. By the 2 tricky balls that are left on the scissors table to see which color to tap. On Ian's table, I think Ian is going for a simple tap so that he can pot the cushion ball. Uses cushion ball to pot Ibra's ball in the corner pocket, which he does. And this, I think, could be done and dusted game for Ian Kazibwe. I don't think Ian Kazibwe will pass any chance because he knows very well that if he passes any chance to Ibra, it will be just black to be potted. So Ian is going for every shot killer decisive. Caesar gives a chance, which I would say is a half chance, to a Dong, commonly known as the Gazer. On the other table, Ian is going for the kill shot. Actually, even people are wondering why Ian is very strong. And yes, he goes for the killer shot, being a soft-handed left player. Very dangerous indeed. And he has gained confidence over time. You know, Ian needs not to believe in himself, but now he's maturing to believe in himself and knows things can be done. Here we go, saying if you can go in for the pot and getting the whites, you know. The laser wanted to go for off move, but didn't come in. Looking at Ian going to the fourth black, and yes, he does it. Ian going for 4. It's going to be 4. Ian, Ibra 2. 4 Ian, and then yeah, yes, please. Looking for the second game here with where Adom is trying to make it 5-3. Looking at the half chance given to him by Caesar. Adom going for, he's playing a red color, red balls. He wanted enough for that so that he could get a chance for his ball there. It becomes hard. Even the white overruns the white because he wanted to get the cushion ball. And then we're looking at he has 2 options to play center with a slide cut or go for a corner pocket drive, so that he removes the ball in this. He goes for moves the yellow in the corner pocket. But let's see how confident is he to make this shot, because it's one shot. Mr. Chava, what do you think about this game between Legez and Caesar? What do you think? What are the options Odong has?
I have my mind on 2 games. First of all, I see Ibra down by 4 frames to 2 against Ian, making it realistic that Ian could take him down. I have memories of that tournament that happened exactly 9 days ago today at Vibes Lounge along the same road, by the way, just about 5 minutes from where we are. That comp that was won by Caesar. It was again Ian versus Ibra in the semi-finals. Again, Ibra was favorite, and again Ian won that match. However, the match that is happening on the YouTube stream between Kenneth Odong and Caesar Chandiga, I think it is a situation where Odong is so far saying no. Like in plain English, this time he wants to say no to Caesar's dominance. In English, he's saying no. In his mother language, actually, he's saying pe. In isiZulu, he's saying hai. In Kinyanja, he's saying chichewa, and in Swahili, he's saying hapana. Then also in Shona, he's saying hapana. That's what he's trying to communicate to Caesar, and it is realistic that he could take down Caesar because he's very confident. He has just won a tournament, the last that he played before today, and it was the same players, by the way, participating again. 64 with also some even bigger money, and a place a lot further than where we are. Caesar will nonetheless be having this chance. He, however, needs 1 or 2 relatively big shots, and is having white ball not exactly where he wanted to have it. There has to be a combination shot. Look at the 2 yellows which are near the bottom left end of the table. And those of you who are on Facebook and are asking for the link to the YouTube stream, I've pinned the link in the comment section. So in the comment section on the Facebook stream, there is a link also to the YouTube stream. There's a way Caesar sometimes plays the white ball a little bit stubbornly, a little bit arrogantly. Now this in control. Now this is where he will be having 1 solution, only 1 combination shot. Try and put both yellow and red to the same corner pocket on the bottom right. Also maintain white ball for a next ball. That is very good. Perfection, execution against pressure. It is brilliance, and clearly for an equalizing frame, the rest is a formality. Spin the white ball backwards. It naturally moves towards the center, just like that. and Odong knows that frame number 8 has been won by the Scorpion. I can say Caesar 4 and Kenneth Odong 4. In that one, it is now race to 3.
Actually, what do you think about this boys? It's like they go and rehearse without.
Excuse me?
Chobi, what do you think about this boys? Because the way they play this game, do you think they have tables in their rooms or they sleep over the tables? What do you think, Chobi? What is your idea about it?
By the way, yes, they are talented, but there is also a lot of hard work that they put in because they put in real hours. By the time you see, now it's more than 1,000 people. Yes, combined on Facebook and YouTube. By the time 1,000 people tune in to watch someone's game, that person puts in a lot of hard work to deserve to be viewed by the whole of Africa. But there are some who work even harder than others. The last time I reached Ibra's home, that was a few years ago, like 2, if not 3. He had a pool table at his home. For now, I don't know. And I think apart from Ian, of the 4 players that are involved in the 2 semifinals, it is Ian, whom I don't know if he has a pool table. The rest don't just have a pool table, they have pool tables, but mostly for business.
So are you thinking I should get one pool table by my house, Chobi, and then I would improve on my game as well? Being a player myself.
It will improve the longevity of your training, but you also need some training mates. Sometimes it's not so much improvement done when you train on your own. That's why those who train as a group, those who have training partners, improve more than those who train on their own.
Okay, that's a point noted, Chobi. Enjoy your evening, and then I say good evening again to the viewers, and tell a friend that pool is happening in Uganda. Thank you very much, Chobi.
He's called Mr. Miti. Not only has he played pool for about, is it 2 decades or more? Or 3?
It's about, I started playing pool, I'm 50 something now. I started playing pool when I was 18. And
that is more than 3 decades.
Yeah, really
playing pool. And you have relatively only one recognized tournament. The Masters champion. This is the Masters champion of Uganda.
Besides, when we used to play pool, it wasn't as documented as it is today. So, yeah, because it wasn't as documented as was.
This kind of organization.
And the organization was, social media and everything. But I was actually forced to reckon with Chobi.
Yeah. Actually, even up to now, at least I wouldn't try to be sure that I would win against you. At least you are a better player than Francis.
Thank you very much, Chobi. Thank you very much.
All right.
Actually looking forward to go to Zimbabwe and then playing the Masters then. Yeah.
And yes, the organizing committee have been hearing that one. Yes, kindly add Mr. Miti's name onto the list. Just like that.
Thank you very much, Chobi.
There we are on the Facebook stream, Ibra 2 and Ian 4. The YouTube stream is having Caesar and Odong currently drawing 4 all. The winners of both of the matches qualify for the final, which will be happening 5 if not 10 minutes after the semi-finals. Davison Mokeshimana, you say you cannot get the game on YouTube? No, Mokeshimana, you can. Just type break and finish live on YouTube if you can. If you fail to, because when you touch the link when it is posted on Facebook, you have to sign into YouTube first by filling in your credentials. As Caesar produces a little bit of more magic than like he normally does. If you don't successfully sign in, go to YouTube, then type break and finish live, and you'll be good to go. But don't worry, the final shall be streamed on both Facebook and YouTube respectively. It is 5-2. There is a very big likelihood that for a second consecutive tournament where Ibra faces with Ian in the semi-finals, wrestling to 7, Ian is victor. I know this one will be a fourth time that Ian will be beating Ibra if he wins this match, but second in succession. The other very good thing that I'm liking about the match on YouTube is that Odong has made it clear to Caesar that if you want to take me down this time, you must be at your very best. But sometimes the very best may not be good enough. It has happened many times. We have already seen it. And how about the final between Odong and Ian? When everybody here at the venue was anticipating a final between Ibra and Caesar, a final between Odong and Ian would make a third place match between Caesar and Ibra. We would make the match between Caesar and Ibra to be third place match, just like that. And yet, that one has been the most anticipated match on Ugandan soil for the last 3, 4, 5 years when Caesar and Ibra face off. So most of the times in tournaments, when both of them get to the round of maybe last 8 or so, and they don't meet throughout the tournament, besides the final, fans at the venue and online, they start looking forward to another episode between themselves.
Talk about Chove. It seems like we've not had a match between Caesar and Ibra in tournament. It's long.
In a long while. I think this year so far they've not faced off, but last year they faced off a number of times. It was 4 times.
And what was this?
It was last year. It was 3 times in tournaments and then 3 times in money matches, and 2 wins, 2 victories for Ibra, both of them in tournaments. Then Caesar winning against Ibra in 1 tournament. Then actually it was 3-all. Last year, yes. Ibra won twice in tournaments and once in a battle. Then Caesar won twice in battles and then once in tournaments.
Yeah.
So yes, last year it was it was 3-all.
Oh, beautiful, really.
Always playing beautifully. The only problem is that white ball is so close to the reds of Odong.
But you know, Caesar is very good in getting out through tight positions like that. He does narrow escapes and then it produces. It's like I'm wondering if he does it.
And look at how he has used the white ball to clear the space of the passage of the black.
But remember, the playing space is very simple. It's very tight with the pole behind.
And he does something like that as if it was easy.
Let me watch and see what he brings out this time.
He is going for the center pocket on the left.
And Chove, this is very tight, because if he loses, the dong is going on 5.
If he misses the target, probably he loses the frame.
Yeah,
if he loses the frame, he goes 5-4 down.
Yeah, 5-4 down, and
but how Caesar missed the black like this one?
But remember, there's a pole behind. If you can look,
I can see.
There's a pole behind.
It makes it a little bit uncomfortable, but he has found a bridge, a good bridge actually. He's going for the corner pocket on the bottom left.
And yes,
and still on target.
And you know, Chove, but what happens? This boy plays it. You know, I'm like wondering. It's like his hand of magic and everything. You know,
sometimes when you are an opponent, you can play your game, you can play well. Then in the end, you find yourself asking yourself, "What could I have done better?" Because when you do your best, but then your best is not good enough.
But the brilliance, Chove, the brilliance, the way he handles himself, and he doesn't smile
on and off the table. He only smiles after potting the last black. In a tournament,
really?
Only in the final, after he puts the last black, that's the only time he smiles. Even though it were a money match, he can only smile after winning frame number 21 if it's raised to 21. If it's raised to 16, after winning frame number 16, only then.
Ibra has an uphill to climb on the other table. Let's see if we can clear the yellows. And eagerly, Ian waits like a hunting tiger, waiting for all the chances to pounce and see what chances he has.
Ibra has been coming short in most of the match when he has been getting chances like this. He has been failing to make clearances, and Ian has been utilizing them well. Just imagine Ian needs 2 frames out of 6 and Ibra needs 5 out of 6. He has no chance to break. I remember he was very, I can use the word angry, when Ian beat him in the semi-finals about 10 days ago. And he could, the same thing could happen. It's very likely actually to happen. Maybe from the guys that are leading, maybe the final shall be between Caesar and Ian, just as it was exactly 10 days ago at Vibes Lounge in Entebbe also.
You can ask the viewers what do they want to see? What would they really want to see? Would they want to see a final between Caesar and Ibra? What do you think? What they can put on the comments on YouTube.
Right now, according to the playing levels of all of the players, the player who really deserves in both of the semi-finals to be in the final, I will first mention is Hazard. Look at how dominant he has been so far against Ibra and how dominant he was against Hazard. He's using the difficult. He has gone through the difficult route. Remember, Caesar went through the easy passage. By the quarterfinals, he was playing in quotes fishes with due respect to them, until he faced with Ibrahim Makayanja. That one was a tough one. He was able to sail through, but compared to the passage that Ian has gone through, for Ian it's Ibra in the semi-finals, then it was Hazard in the quarters, then it was Elia Chimoli in the round of last 16. Then it was a guy called Ben, a very decent player from around the area, in the round of last 32. And then another player called Ibra, who is a fish in the round.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, on the other game, Ibra managed to pull in the third black, making the deficit to 4, raised to 4 for him, and then Ian still needs 2 blacks.
Yeah, maybe.
So
the beauty when you come from behind is that every time you win a frame, you put more pressure on your opponent, and you make it more likely that maybe you can make a comeback.
But what do you think? Is the comeback possible?
It is very possible because Ibra's made so many comebacks in his career.
And then I would want to know what the viewers think. Do they really want to pray for a comeback for Ibra? The viewers can send in their comments.
Yeah, they can tell us whether they wish for Ibra a comeback or they want a final between Ian and whoever wins between Caesar and Odong. And since Caesar is now 6-4 up, maybe it will be Caesar in the final. I'm just saying maybe, but most likely yes.
Because it's not yet done and dusted. Because remember, Odong is also very, very, very good, and
he can get that chance and kill off any frame.
Yes, and Odong has that brilliance and is hungry for the game. And at this stage, it's who needs the game.
Who needs it more?
More, yeah.
Exactly. And it was a very lovely clearance, by the way, from Caesar, although the attention was divided between that frame of his and the one that Ibra was attacking on the stream that is on the Facebook. Pardon Kawede is asking what the time when the final shall be played. The final shall be played after the semi-finals, simply. The players may have 5 minutes of rest and then, yeah, there we go. Thomas Mbeva. Yes, Caesar had challenging when facing off with Rashida with +1. Okay, yes, that one was not that easy. Yeah, and she sailed through the challenge quite relatively easily, winning by 5 frames to 1. And then Rashida, of course, had +1. It was 5 frames to 2. Prosi Namuli supporting Odong. Prosi, a player with Upper Volta Polo Club, supporting Odong. Normally, the instructions from team managers in Uganda is that when your teammates are facing off, you don't support any of them. If you're supporting, don't show off. So proceed. These are your teammates. You have broken the team rules. I am going to report you to manager Chris Kudihira.
And again, Mr. Chove, the viewers must know we're playing in one of former capitals of Uganda. This is Entebbe, where we have the airport. Actually, very beautiful.
Yeah.
Very beautiful town, very clean. A lot of sports.
Airport, by the way, is being expanded and extended and refurbished. It looks way better than it used to back in the day.
Yes, people who have been to Entebbe, this is a place where you walk, have walks, and actually it's where even the offices of the president, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. That's why he has his main state house here, the White House. And then
So lots
we
of
have
security,
security, and people are safe. Actually, we're just meters away from the state house. And then the other thing is, this is a place that also has the zoo.
The zoo.
The zoo, Entebbe Zoo, and then the waters. There's also a peninsula if you want to buy houses. It's as you're going off to Kampala, just a few kilometers from Entebbe. From the airport, there are houses for sale there. It's called Pearl Marina.
Not more than 5 minutes from the airport.
Not 5 minutes from the airport. It's a Pearl Marina. That's also a nice place, very beautiful.
And how about the good weather because of the nearness to the lake, the second biggest lake in the world?
Freshwater, yes. Actually, you can always go for a swim. There's also the botanical gardens in Entebbe, where you always go catch a fish, and then pan fry it, and then enjoy yourself. What we call tilapia or imputa in local language.
Very recreational city, this one.
Back to the game. Do you think Caesar is going for a finish now? Because it's a very tricky.
There are about 2 times that I have ever seen Caesar wanting to win 1 game in 3 and he failed. That was mostly the first battle between himself and Aiden in Kampala. It is very, very rare.
Don't remind me of that time. The tension was too high. Chove. That was one of the games that I think one of the best.
It is one of 3 times that I have seen Aiden win a match and celebrate so much. And it was the first time he was facing Caesar in a race anyway.
And by the way, I need to say hi to Eden if he's watching, if he's online. I don't know if he'll be coming to Zim because we miss him. We miss his fun.
I was speaking to the organizer, Mr. Towers, and he was saying that Eden will not be making the trip. But there's some good company from South Africa, Mandy, Mente, then I think Ishmael Mtetwa.
Ishmael is a good friend as well of mine. He knows
Jeremiah. Jeremiah has confirmed his participation.
We met in Kenya. And
can I give you a tip?
Yes.
He's going to be playing a money match with Caesar. $2,000 racing to 21. Jeremy versus Caesar. And Queens will be even more exciting because of that.
That's very exciting. So there's another half chance that is left for Caesar. What do you think, Chove? What do you think if you're Caesar, because you've watched these games, what do you think he's going to go for there? Because the game, the ball is very tricky. Yes, he's playing black.
Black is portable to the direct center pocket. No need banking, no need going for double. Just play direct. There is some space. The center pockets are welcoming to someone who is, and yes, that's what Caesar is going for. And oops.
I told you, Chove, that wasn't very tricky. But Chove,
not as if it is an obvious sport.
Chove, that ball was very tricky. The only problem,
look at if you had gone for the bank, look at the center pocket where Odong is having his hands. There is a red. Probably it was not passed by that black ball. So Caesar will probably be losing this from not because he took a bad decision, but because he was not accurate in his execution.
Okay, do you believe in chances? Sometimes chances favor some people in this game, Chove. However good you are, but chances also count a lot. What do you think?
Yes,
like in the break,
and then a little bit of fortune,
luck, and then everything.
And then of course, chance also comes. Fortune comes with misfortune.
Yeah, really. But,
a good day,
on
then a bad day.
On the other table is very tricky. Ian is looking to make it 6.
That's on Facebook.
On Facebook, well, Ian goes for safety and just places the yellow. Oh, marvelous. Just the yellow.
I think he did exactly what he wanted. He wanted to have his ball right behind Ibra's to make it difficult, if not impossible, for Ibra to put the last red, the one near the corner.
Goes for another
Very beautiful shot.
And you think
that is very good brain at work. Of course, in terms of the brain game, is superior to Ian.
And do you think Ian is going to go for another snooker?
He will be finding the yellow from 1 or 2 cushions on the bottom. 1, 2 cushions, and then finds the yellow.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! But then the snooker.
The power balance.
They all want it. They all want it.
Yeah.
This is where people are surprised in Ugandan.
By the way, that frame is very crucial for both Ian and Ibra. Imagine if Ibra wins that frame, then how much pressure Ian will be playing under. Because now Ibra will be on his neck.
Okay, supposing Ibra gives Ian a chance. What do you think?
That is by fouling. Yes. Then Ian wins the frame.
What do you think? But then Ibra also goes back, and then he can see both balls.
Yeah,
So do you think it's
they're
going
providing
to
very good entertainment even when not porting.
go? Do you think it's going to go for a port? Or what are the chances? What's your insight? What is your insight, Joe?
There's a tempting shot trying to play combination shot on the corner pocket where Ian is standing right now, but he knows that if the combination doesn't work out, then he fouls. Then he loses the frame.
They're one of the players that I've seen.
Another tempting combination shot by the way, Ian. If he can put the yellow white ball bounces off the cushion, goes back towards where he's standing. He decided instead to play safety. Maybe sometimes patience pays, but it pains.
That instance, I've seen two players attempt that ball and gone through with that ball. One, it was when Jeremiah was playing Caesar. He played that follow shot, and then another person was. Computer. The computer also Simon also played a combination shot there, and it went through. So and then the other person was this other who is this South African, the one that played Caesar here.
Jerry.
No, not Jerry.
Caesar. There is Aiden.
Yeah. And then Aiden also played that combination shot. I've seen three players play that ball. Combination, the one that,
I've, by the way, seen Glorious. He's talking about the combination shot where the balls are too close, sometimes even touching. There's a way it is played when the white ball would not with too much power, but after white ball contacting the first ball, it remains pushing.
In motion.
It remains in motion, then forces the second in and then stops. When it works out on the eye, it is very good.
So what do you think? Ibra has chances there?
For as long as he has been given such a chance, I think now he could be the favorite to win this frame, in my opinion, to win at least the fourth.
The entertainment. You know why I love these games and why people think I stay young. I don't miss this fun.
Yeah, you cannot substitute this fun for anything.
Because these boys keep on bringing brilliance with brilliance. Being a player and having played pool and still playing pool, I wonder what they think.
And delivering all this stuff under this kind of pressure. Too many calculations go on within their minds. Too many shots they think of. They can think of 3, 4, 5, 6 shots, then decide on one which is most effective. And for some kind of reason, every time you see it happening, it's such a breath of fresh air.
It's very tricky. Odong gives Caesar a chance, half chance. Caesar is thinking if he can finish, because if he doesn't, Odong is going to make it 6-6. And then the other side, Kazibwe has to make it 6-3 because it's the yellow, and then I think Kazibwe is getting the better of it.
I can't believe he's having this chance, which at one time I didn't see coming. He has really been a fighter in this frame number 9. It is the hardest fought of all the frames he's been winning. I believe he's winning it. He's going to 6, and frame number the 6th is one. As I'm assuming he has already won it, is the hardest fought. It was such a fight.
Look at that! Look at the brilliance! Look at the brilliance!
Caesar is doing this side of the world.
It was a half chance, but now it makes the
now
game
a full chance, just like that. That's why these players are
oh my
quite
God!
special.
Look at that one! Look at that one!
Just like that, I think he's going to the final. Just like that.
Yes.
A game is bad, and then in one split second, the
But
frame
remember,
is good.
it's a bit tricky. There's these balls that are very tricky. He needs to play one fast.
The two reds that are to the bottom right.
Yes, and I think he's bringing the white closer. Yes, he does that, exactly that.
Do you think he's playing the same shot, spin the white ball a little backwards?
Yeah,
he's
going to touch the cushion.
Lovely. And I think the frame is gone, the semi-final is gone, and Odong is gone. He will be playing third place match, most likely against Ibra.
Yes, Chove. I think that's that. And then this is done and dusted. And Caesar qualifies for the final. The check.
There we are, guys. Those who are watching on YouTube, the stream will be going off because we have one player confirmed in the final. Congratulations, Mr. Caesar Chandiga, for I think a second consecutive tournament, if not a third. He is making a final. We'll be taking on either Ian or Ibra. That match is live on Facebook, and the commentary for that match will be going on until we find who Caesar's opponent will be. So for the YouTubers, we meet later. Those who can join me on Break and Finish Live Facebook immediately.
Let people see you.
Dear viewers, this one seems to be Ian's victory lap. I think I can call this semi-final in favor of Ian. I think for the second successive time in a semi-final in a race to 7, when he is underdog, he gets to take down Ibrahim Sejjemba. He, however, has a little bit of work to do. White ball off the top end of that cushion. My God, the guy gets himself snookered. Even when I had called this one as a win, I think where he got it wrong was contemplating the movement of the white ball. He simply needed to have moved the white ball in between the reds, avoid contact between white and red. But what a recovery! Again, no better way to recover. The white is safe. Ian takes down Ibra again in one of the most dramatic finishes to a game of this magnitude. And yes, coming up live next is the final between Ian and Caesar on Facebook and YouTube, respectively.